Menu narration set to 100.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to the Tar Heel State, where the legacy of the late, great Sam Mills lives on with each pound of the drum. And that means we are ready for football here at Bank of America Stadium in Uptown Charlotte. Today, it's the opener of a new NFL season, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Carolina Panthers. On the visitors' sideline, their head coach. His guys ready to get this one going. His counterpart on the other side, the head coach of the home team. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd.
Logan Cook to kick off for the Jaguars.
Here now to get us started is Logan Cook. And off we go from Uptown Charlotte. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he's going to wind up bringing this one inside the 45-yard line. So now here are the Panthers with excellent field position to start off. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his second year in the NFL now.
I tell you what, when he's on schedule for that week, secondaries take notice because you've got to stay alert back there on every snap. A truly powerful arm, one that's capable of challenging any level of the defense on any given play. That's why so many scouts preach arm talent when preparing for the NFL draft. A quarterback with arm strength to make every throw in the book, he's an asset to have in any offense.
Now a 2nd and 10. On play action, Crocker. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
All right, partner, I'm going to be Captain Obvious right here. Not the start you're looking for offensively, right? Incomplete pass followed by a sack.
And when he went down, it looked like that right ankle got turned, but thankfully he popped up okay, and they breathed a sigh of relief on that sideline. They don't want to waste this outstanding field position on this opening drive as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun. Crocker. Under pressure. They got him again. Brought down by Trayvon Walker on the pass rush.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Here's the Panthers punter now. He'll kick it away after a 3-and-out on the opening drive of the game. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. And leading them out, their signal caller now in his 4th season in the NFL.
All right, I know it's something that every team says every season, but they genuinely believe that this is their year, and having him at quarterback is a big part of that. They think he's poised for a huge season and can really be the type of player that brings out the best of each weapon that they have on this offense. Behind that type of performance, their goals are high. They envision a lot of wins and finishing among the league's best on their side of the ball. Nice chunky yards on first down. It really opens up your options for what you want to do on second. You go right back to him and hope he explodes, or sucker the defense in before throwing over the top.
Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Slants are so tough to cover because everything happens so fast, but sometimes it happens too fast for the guy catching the ball because all of his movements have to be quick off the line of scrimmage, and then all of a sudden the ball's right on top of you. And maybe he got a little bit ahead of himself there.
Yeah, a lot of times coming in with good pace, and he dropped it. On third down, he'll drop to throw. Batted at the line, but he still brought it in. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. So they'll line up losing 5 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Well, sure looked pretty coming off of his hand, but sometimes you might have to take a little bit off of it. That one looked a little too hot to handle.
Yeah, but off the tip, hey, they still got the catch, right?
It's amazing, isn't it? Even when it goes wrong, it turns out right.
That's pulled in at the 32. Yeah, that's a 48-yard punt with a coverage holding him to 3 on the return. And it will be the Panthers' ball, 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Crocker. That is caught. McMillan with it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory.
And the Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
They go play action here on 1st down. He finds his man complete. That's Jenkins. Calling a gain of 3 on the play. And it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Jaguars' 43-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Crocker stays on his feet. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars' 29-yard line.
14 yards. That's good for a Panthers 1st down.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Mayer there to bring it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back nice plays. 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line.
They'll run straight ahead with Brooks. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Let's go now.
Back to throw. Crocker looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Brooks. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a gain of 5.
Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that play there was certainly a scouting report special because coverage was all too aware that this close to the end zone, he's going to become a bigger weapon for that offense, and they were there to help force the incompletion.
Now here's the Panthers special teams unit to try a field goal for 3. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. And his kick is good. And the Panthers stake claim to a 3-0 lead.
Well, both teams kind of feeling each other out here. And now after 3 drives, we have a score with that field goal.
Yeah, they're still waiting for their breakout drive to come to them. They're using the playbook well. They're looking for that extra section that says touchdowns instead of field goals. But they'll take the 3 for now and try and get set up for more later.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. Going right side here, and that's complete. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first.
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way gun. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Clock running, under a minute to go now here in a fast-moving first quarter. Over the middle, it's complete.
And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Okay, so roughing the passer, and I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a game that's dependent on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Here's a 2nd and 5. Now run straight ahead with Warren.
And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
From the gun on 3rd down, Gibson. And he gets the first down here as he's taken down at the 24. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. The Jags with a football to begin the second quarter as they've got
with a 1st and 10. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. Oh, fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 2-yard line.
And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Taking it in from a yard out. And the Jaguars have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know that sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front. Offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. Here are the Panthers now as their offense comes back out onto the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Maybe met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
At the 28-yard line.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Off the play fake. Crocker over the middle. He gets it to Collins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
And the Panthers, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st down, they drop to throw. He'll complete this into Collins. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Another 1st down as they call his number again. He's got 15 yards here. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
A gain of 3, 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on 1st down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 41, here's 2nd down and 7. Looking to throw. Crocker. Looking middle, and he finds McMillan. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Jaguars 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
What a drive this has been, just chewing up the yardage. And here's one of their best plays yet, as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
Throw left side complete. That's Jenkins. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And it's 2nd down.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 10-yard line.
A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Jonathan Brooks, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have retaken the lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 10-7. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now out come the Jags. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive. And they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Second and 5. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll wind up picking up about 4 as that is going to bring us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in the first half, 10-7 our score. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. A handoff for Warren. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside.
It's 4th down.
On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And he'll get credit for putting him inside the 20 as the fair catch is made right at about the 19-yard line. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. Quick slant caught by Pierce. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. That one finds Pierce right side.
Can you do any more work or make it more dramatic for not much gain than what we just saw there? Did you see how his toes got down? Tip-tap, got him down. But what did he get out of it?
He sold the sizzle. He just had no steak.
I mean, was it 1 yard?
Yeah, plays like that, you at least expect a first down. They're just 1 yard. 2nd and 9 now. And he's got Pierce. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. It's a Panthers first down, 17 yards on the play.
That's the 3rd time on this drive that these two have connected with each other. They've got a real rapport going. And right now, it's paying off with big chunks of yardage, as shown by that last play.
Again, he'll drop to throw. That's complete to Pierce. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
It's a game of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 43-yard line.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Here we go. 70 Lions.
They'll look to throw again. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd down.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far. But on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
Ready? Liking 18. Huh.
Back to throw again. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Touchdown, Carolina. Alec Pierce, 43 yards. And they're able to add on to their advantage. Extra point splits the uprights. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. Oh, a good return up past the 30. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with good starting field position and 3 timeouts as well in their pocket, no reason not to try and put a late scoring drive together. A 1st and 10 here, and you know, if they could just get 3 out of this, something about whittling it to a 1-score game at half that might provide a psychological boost. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Loose inside the 30. Inside the 10. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. So this defense clicking early in the year, week 1, the return for a touchdown.
The organization made a concerted effort in the offseason to improve this defense. I have to say they like the early returns.
Extra point right down the middle. And that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. And he won't quite make it to the 25. The Jags going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Throwing to start the drive. Gibson. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. The sack recorded. It's a loss of 5, and now it's 2nd down.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his... But he plays hard on every down.
And that motor on full display there as he gets his first NFL sack. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack. A final shot before break. Gibson. He's going deep for Brown. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So halftime straight ahead. Let's get you down to the sun. Well, look around the NFL. We'll have to wait for postgame because we are moving right through halftime and on to the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. A good-looking return setup here. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. We'll mark him down officially at the 34. The Jaguars ready to get going to start quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And his throw is incomplete.
A
certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Gibson. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
First and 10 at their 46-yard line.
On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line.
Looking to throw. Gibson. And that almost their first INT of the ball game. Had his sights on it, but he couldn't seal the deal. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Back to throw. Gibson. Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. Down the right sideline. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is now 24. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And able to get this out to the 25. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to... Oh, right on the heels of the pick six, another ball intercepted. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Throwing to start the drive. Crocker. This is caught by McMillan. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3.
That's good for a Panthers first down. First and goal.
Brooks is into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Well, Charles, no matter what the prognosticators say before the season, whether they think you're going to be good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, you never quite know how week one is going to play out. But for them, it has been an impressive performance, and they are well on their way to a 1-0 start.
Yeah, it's a lot like opening up presents, isn't it, partner? You're not quite sure what's inside, but you're hopeful, right? In this case, exactly what they were looking for, exactly what they need.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. Well, this has been a tough one for them, Charles. They've struggled really on both sides of the football. And one thing that's really plagued them, the turnovers. They've had issues keeping the football in their possession.
In every game that's ever been played, coaches talk about taking care of the football and limiting turnovers. And in this one, after we saw that first turnover, we worried that things would snowball, and it certainly did, especially on the scoreboard.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Room past the 35. And finally, down at the 41-yard line. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12.
Well, they certainly had their share of troubles running the football in this one, but this play is almost an extension of the running game right here. They set up the screen, let him work out in space on the perimeter, and he turns it into a big pickup.
Got him in. It's Brown. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well. Well, still in the third quarter here. Now, you look at the scoreboard, that deficit probably a little too much to overcome, but completions like that may be something to build on for future weeks.
Yeah, it's all about ending things on a strong note here, isn't it? Because my mindset is it's a new ball game from here to the end. make sure it's a good one, and close it out.
And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 10 more there and another first down.
Well, the margin on that scoreboard, obviously, for them, it looks daunting. But I don't know, Charles. They're probably not focused on that right now. Maybe just chaining together a positive drive with plays like we just saw, giving themselves something to build on.
Yeah, I think you're right about that. And what they have to be careful of is getting glued to that scoreboard trying to do too much. Because if you do that, you're all but guaranteed to start making mistakes. Just focus on one play at a time and make each one successful.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 3.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And the Panthers are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. Looking to put a drive together. Now a play fake here on first down. That'll be pulled in downfield by Collins. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Nico Collins, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Panthers are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't want to admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Well, when the running game's not working, sometimes you just got to take a few more chances down the field. That's a good effort, but it winds up incomplete.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down.
A gain of 29 yards. And a Jaguar first down.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down.
Derek Brown breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get, because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back and putting the big guy on the ground?
Now he drops it incomplete, and their struggles continue here. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. And he's got his big tight end over the middle, complete. How about that? They weathered the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
18 on the play. First down, Jaguars.
Off play action, Gibson. And that one not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. And we're back now in Charlotte. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Looking to throw. Gibson. Under pressure, and down he goes.
Nick Scorton.
Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. This will be caught by Brown. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop it well short.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Jags come up empty on 4th down. And this 10-play drive winds up yielding nothing. The Panthers offense and Nico Collins heading onto the field. And he's looking to finish strong. He has been the star of the show, as they have just had absolutely no answers for him defensively. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
Operating from the gun. Crocker. Pass complete downfield. It's Pierce. Touchdown, Carolina! Alec Pierce, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Panthers are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. Extra point right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Jaguars back with it on offense. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. On the give, it's Warren. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Jags picking up the 1st down there, a gain of 12.
And the Jaguars, 1st down. Let's go. A gain of 12.
Operating from the gun, Gibson. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 30-line.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And this one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football. Nearly a 4th pick of the ball game. The offense on 3rd down, they're at 50%, 4 for 8. This is 3rd and 4. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars 1st down, and he was able to get it by plenty. A gain of 8 on 3rd and 3. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he'll get across midfield and into Carolina territory. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
Back to throw. Gibson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this 2nd half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
They're trying to keep the drive going. This will be play number 8. It's 3rd and 2. Looking to throw. Gibson. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have the 1st down, and that is going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive continues. They'll look to throw here on 1st down. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. Spinning past him. And he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line. Another great play defensively. They've been sharp on both sides of the ball, Charles, but that interception means that this defense will very well keep them down to single digits on the scoreboard in this game.
And that's certainly something to smile about, isn't it, partner, if you're on defense? Because your goal every game is to pitch a shutout, but you and I both know that's pretty unrealistic. But to hold a team below double figures in a game, in an NFL game, that's certainly something to take pride in.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12.
And And the Panthers, first down. 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Once again, it's Brooks. And he's able to break through one tackle, but it slowed him down enough that he could only manage getting back to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
2nd and 10.
At the 31-yard line.
Well, CD, always a little extra excitement